True transformation cannot happen without a renewal of the mind. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Mind over matter. If the pain of where you are never exceeds the pain of change, you will always remain the same. Through a renewal of the mind, and it takes a process. True transformation, mind over matter. Change your mind, you change your life. Change your life. You gotta go through it to grow through it. Mind over matter. Be clear.
All right.
Hey, get we on the building, yo.
Hold on, slide your joint over. Hey, slide the joint
Make
over.
that bigger. Can't you make it the whole screen?
That don't mean I'm gonna get in that joint.
Can't you make that the whole screen?
Nah, you gotta, cause people gonna come on the side.
Oh, they come right there.
Yeah, they come right there.
But it was bigger when me and you was on that joint.
All right, hit the thing I'm talking.
Oh, it's just this joint.
Hit the joint.
Bam, that's it right there. You go, look at that. Hey, I need to be HD.
Hey, yo, that dude right there kind of smooth though.
It is with the gold. We should put you in the middle.
Yeah.
Right. And right.
Are y'all ready? 3, 2, 1. Welcome everybody to the Mind Over Matter podcast. I am Ken Canyon. Like that, don't you like that? That's that radio boy.
The way you say gotta rock with it. I am.
Yo, I'm Coach Lynch.
I'm Taylor.
We got the homie Taylor. She in the building, man.
We decided to do our podcast from this point forward. We're gonna do it live, and we're gonna do it live so that we're gonna record it and then we're gonna put it up on the website and everything. But we're going to do it live today, and we want interaction. Because if you have questions, comments, concerns,
just type them right here on live.
Type it in, we can see it. And yo, we're going to revolutionize this. But anyway, let's get started. So today's topic is avoiding the rat race. Avoiding the rat. All right, Coach, let's talk about how we got to this topic today.
All right, check it out real quick. Things just be hitting me in the middle of the day. I mean, like, mad stuff. I'm just like a thinker, right? You know what I heard the other day? I heard, like, one of the hardest things for people to do is to think.
Wow.
No, I'm serious. No, I'm serious. This guy's laughing.
He's cracking up. Like it's the funniest thing in the world. He's cracking up.
Yeah, just imagine if everybody just, like, thought like a lot of stuff that I be coming up with, people think like, man, this dude's a genius. No, I just took a second to think.
I think a lot of people think about stuff, but not stuff that is really, really intelligent or intellectually high or sound. Because a lot of times, if you think about it, people think about stuff all day. That's why they do stupid stuff. However, I think what you really mean is think on an intellectual level that actually elevates people.
No, they don't think.
They do think, man. That's why do you think people do stupid stuff? They think stupid stuff.
Nah, they just did it and then they thought about it afterwards.
Like some people just do.
We start
instead of
what?
Some people do the action.
They just do it first
thinking
and
of the
then
action.
So you trying to tell me that y'all think people don't think about what they do, even if it's a passing thought? So the people go shoot people overseas, you ain't thought about it? They just did it. Or like, if I see my lady with another cat and I ain't see my lady, I hope not. Anyway, what if I run them over? They thought about it beforehand.
Right, but they didn't think about how the consequence was going to affect.
They didn't think it all the way through.
Yeah.
So it was one thought.
Right, and that's what happened to me. So that's what happened to me in the car. So in the car, I'm driving. It's 7:30 in the morning, and I'm taking TT. What's up, Trev? I'm taking TT to the graduation.
Okay.
And she was supposed to be there by 8:00. Okay, and she graduated at 8:30. Normally, y'all know I'm at the gym. I'm up at 3:00. I'm at the gym by 3:50, 4:00 in the morning every single day. So I don't have to deal with none of the stuff that everybody else deals with. So we get on Wendover, right? Mm-hmm. And all I do is hit mad traffic. I looked at TT, and I want to say, oh, you know what I mean? Like, I hope we get there on time. I got cuss with TT in the car. Right. But I'm like, dang, man, all this traffic. So immediately I get like, my first, thought and first inclination is to be frustrated. Right. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. But like the positive thinker in me, like automatically like reversed that initial thought. I turned it right around and I said, I started to think about all these people get in the same traffic. They're stuck in the same traffic every single day. You would think that somebody would come up with something to get unstuck. Don't that make sense?
Yeah.
You would think that somebody out of all these cars, the same time, every day, they get caught in the same spot.
Yeah.
Right.
You would think somebody would take an alternative route. Somebody would wake up a little earlier. Somebody would go a little later. Like whatever would allow them to not be stuck, you would think that would happen. Right? So, you know, I'm going through the traffic and I say, well, you know what, Lynch? You don't have to worry about this because you've created your own lane. Like I've been stuck in traffic. When I was a younger guy, like I was stuck in traffic. We go to places like the Greek picnic and stuff like that. And there's mad cars out there. And when we ain't want to be stuck, we hit the shoulder. We'd be on any hook. Look, we hit the shoulder. Once we hit the shoulder, guess what? About 20 other cars coming behind us on the shoulder. And lane. And instead of sitting in the traffic with all them cats right there, we just breeze right by them. We hit the exit, boom. We might come back on the other joint. Like, you ever get stuck on right there where you crash that? You know where you crash that?
Yes,
like, you know what I'm talking about? Right, where you crash that. You know where you crash that?
Taylor had a wreck, y'all.
Like that.
Oh, snap.
It's been almost a year now.
She just got a license.
Okay, so look. So sometimes I'm going down on 29, right?
Yes.
Before it turns into 40, right there where Gate City is and everything right there. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes that traffic might back all the way up to right there. And if I got to go way around like towards the mall or Wendover West, all the way down that side, and I'm like, dang, by the time I get up there to where it gets into 40, it's going to be forever. I'm going to be late.
Right.
So I cuts off and I go down Gate City and I start taking all them other little roads, the side roads, so I can get past all that traffic and then come back up on vehicle and all that stuff is.
Okay.
Freeman Mill Road? What's that? Where we run all the way down and we take that all the way out. What's that?
Are you talking about on I know what you're talking about. I don't know the street.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly.
So then I come back and I hit 40 down there somewhere.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
I just created my own lane. So, but that was when I was stuck in traffic. But then I got smarter. So now, look, I go to work at 3:30, 3:45 in the morning. Ain't no cars on the road. So it was a difference of creating my own lane when it was mad cars on the road. I figured it out. You know, I had to break a couple laws, going on the shoulder, all that different type of stuff. I had to veer off and go another route, all this different type of stuff. And it still, you know, kind of came with some other stuff with it. But when I decided to be uncomfortable and say, you know what, I'm going to work early. When I decided to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, when I be on the road at 3 o'clock in the morning, ain't nobody out there.
So there's the question here to anybody listening. A lot of people are in the rat race. A lot of people get stuck. A lot of people, the rat race might be in your family. It might be in your job. It might be in your relationship. The rat race means I'm doing the same thing over and over again, just like everybody else.
Yeah. It actually is like when you look at a scientific experiment, they always, a lot of times they use rats.
Right.
They use mice. Because the properties in them, if they can prove it in them, is kind of close to what the human genes and stuff like that is, and they can make that work for us if it works in them, right?
Gotcha.
So when they talk about the rat race, they put the rat on in a wheel, like a wheel that just spins, right? And they ain't going nowhere. And he's just running. So right. So if you want a picture, if you want a mental illustration, you want an illustration of it right now, all you have to do is think about how when you go to the gym and somebody's on a treadmill, they tell you they just ran 9 miles. You've been right there the whole time. You talking about you ran about 9 miles. Your scenery ain't changed not one bit. So you got nowhere fast and 9 miles just passed.
Wow.
And people out there, they done got nowhere fast and 10 years just passed.
Wow.
Nowhere fast and 5 years just passed.
That's real.
That's what the rat race is all about. You doing a whole bunch of nothing and going nowhere.
And then at the end of the day, you know what happens though?
They tired.
They
exhausted, but they don't know what's going about it.
Not only are they tired though, you look up, and I've seen this. You look up, and one day you ask the question, "How did I get here?"
Yes.
When you say, "How did I get here?"
Yeah.
Yes.
And what happens? It is so subtle. It is so subtle that people do it every single day. They go to work and they're looking for Friday to come.
Right.
Then Monday comes around again.
Yeah.
Now 1 year is gone.
Yeah.
Then the second year is gone.
Yeah.
And I made myself a promise when I got in the business that I got in. I said, no years will ever look alike. No 2 years will ever look alike. Because I'm telling you, you wake up one day and you're at the same place you were. You're doing the exact same thing. The only difference is you look different.
Yep.
That's the only difference. Your hair is gray now. You and your wife doing the exact same thing. And now the love is going out of your relationship. Your business hadn't grown. Your relationship hadn't grown. Your body is deteriorated. All of those things because you have just allowed time to pass on the wheel. On the wheel. And so I guess the thing about it, when you said that rat race that day, I began thinking about all of the people that I coach. That I coach in my business. I think about many of them are afraid to get off the wheel. Taylor, you decided early in life, I'm not going to be on the wheel.
Yeah.
Why did you decide that you wasn't going to be on the wheel?
So about a year ago, I think I was just through. I mean, you say I'm 23. Like, how is she just through?
Right.
She don't even working for some odd years. But I mean, I've been working since I was 14 years old, and I knew that even when I got my jobs that this ain't it. I have this job just to provide for this moment. And then when you're young and you got money, that ain't nothing.
Right.
I was like,
you feel like it's gonna keep coming.
Yeah. It's gonna keep coming because I can put in the hours.
Right.
So I knew when I came down to North Carolina, I was like, man, I want something different. I don't want a job, but got a job out of necessity. And then hated the job, wanted to get out of the job, didn't know how, met Ken.
Right.
As soon as I met Ken, he just showed me how, we can get out of this right now. You don't really need this. So I think for me, it was just getting out of the mess of it all. The fact that I had to report to somebody pissed me off. The fact that I had to come in at a certain time and act the same way pissed me off. Like I couldn't be, you can't be your full self in any position unless you created it. That's how I feel.
No, I get that. I get that. But all I did was show you another way. Like Coach, like Lynch is showing people another way in fitness, in changing their bodies. Just showing them another way. And that's all it is. I wanted to Coach, one of the things when you came up with this whole the rat race and avoiding the rat race, when you were thinking about people getting on the wheel, tell me what was your thoughts? Was it people you saw every day do working out, or was it excuses people were giving you? What made you say they got to get off the wheel to be successful?
I seen complacency. I seen complacency in every last person that was stuck in that traffic. I seen that these people are so accustomed to waking up at the same time every day that they don't mind being frustrated and sitting in this traffic every single day for an extra half hour.
Yep.
They've accepted it.
They've accepted the fact that I will not wake up 30 minutes earlier to avoid this frustration. So I'm going to accept the frustration and sit here and start my day at work frustrated. How productive can I be, right? That has to limit productivity. It has to. It has to take it down a certain percentage if you start off frustrated.
Obviously.
That's real.
That has to be real. There needs to be a statistic somewhere out there. Somebody Google that real quick and type it in and send it back to us. But that has to say, you know what? Like you cannot be you cannot reach your creative potential if you're coming in with negative energy.
Right.
Indeed.
Right?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
You're absolutely right. Can you imagine, like, the people in the D.C. metro area, they take 2 hours to go into D.C.
Yeah, without question.
2 hours to go into D.C. Like, you're absolutely right. That's just astonishing to me. Because you're right. If people were to get up earlier, the difference that would make to the highway at 6 a.m. compared to 5
Ah,
a.m.
right.
5 a.m. is clear.
Right.
But 6 a.m. when everybody's really getting on the road, everybody's here. Nobody wants to change their situation.
The road, that's why they say at the top, it's not crowded.
Yeah,
it's not
yeah,
crowded.
it's not.
Because everybody's on the bottom. That's not crowded.
Well, the thing is that it's the second point. All right. So the first point was, you have to create your own lane.
Create your own lane.
You have to create your own lane. Write that, jot that down out there. You got to create your own lane.
What's up, everybody? BJ, Rob,
yeah, that's right.
Calciel,
what up?
Alex.
Yo, what up,
hey,
y'all? Calciel, Alex, Rob, yo, we here, man. We're talking about avoiding the rat race if y'all just joined. First point was create your own lane. All right, and that's what a lot of y'all have done, especially the ones that just joined that we just shouted out. Y'all have created your own lane. But the second point that we're getting to right now, you have to basically, you have to hate being average. All right, you have to hate being average.
That's good.
And that will take complacency and wipe it right out of existence. Because that's when I said the thing. He was like, "Ooh, that was profound. I gotta write that down." Remember? And I said, "Complacency kills the will to build." That was real. That's real deep, right? That's real deep. That's what average is all about. Average is about being complacent. And just think about it. Like, if you're average, then you have a bunch of people that are over top of you, right? And you have a bunch of people that are underneath you, right? That means the people that are underneath you will always be pulling and tugging on you, trying to come up, right? Mm-hmm. And the ones that are over top of you are always standing on top of you, pushing you down. Mm-hmm. You're stuck in the middle. You're stuck in the rat race. You're stuck in traffic. Who wants to be stuck? Like, you got to understand, if you want to look, crabs in the barrel. This is crab in the barrel mentality. Think about the crabs that are in the middle of the barrel. Look, they can't get nowhere. The ones on the top of them is trying to get out. They stepping on their head, they face and everything just to get out of the top of the barrel. The ones in underneath of them is pulling them down like, "Nah, you in front of me? Get over here. What's wrong with you? I need that middle spot right there because I'm trying to go to the top." And that's what happens with our life. Middle class, all the way, it's the same stuff. Same exact thing. I hate being that.
But average has more to do about, people think average is a state of being. It's not. Average is about effort. It's about the effort that you use. Because think about it. You look at people who are less talented than many other folk, and then they excel much further because average is about effort. I want to give you something that I want to say. People want to achieve. They want to have something. They want to say, you know what? But I'm afraid of being different and unique. Yeah. Uniqueness means I'm going to step outside this lane.
Yeah.
But here's what the world does. The world tolerates sameness, but it celebrates uniqueness. So think about it from this perspective. Anytime something is unique, when Eminem, I use rappers, when Eminem came along, when they said he was unique, what happens is the people that are drawn to this uniqueness, they're like, that's different. But if somebody comes along and sounds like Tupac or Biggie, they say, who do they sound like? Oh, that sound like Tupac. That sound like Biggie. So their identity is encompassed in somebody else's identity. And that's what we have people out there all day. The reason why they don't want to be more, to do more, to break average, because they're comfortable with their identity being encompassed in somebody else's identity. I hate that. Yeah. I despise somebody saying, "Oh, you just like, he's just like." They never gonna mention my name and say I'm just like anybody else. They won't. So I get it when you say average. People gotta hate being average, but a lot of people, they're indifferent to being average, and indifferent is worse than love or hate. It's just no emotions. You see what I'm saying? So that's the way I look at that. But you're right. I know you hate being average. You know why I know you hate being average, Taylor? Because you're a young person taking a chance on two wily old veterans like us. You know.
You're some vets.
You're
old.
Well, I'll be the old. Hello. I threw him in with me. I
was graduating from A&T in 88 or something like that.
Hey, I threw him in with me. Wily old veteran. Hey, that's right. One old guy and one whatever.
Almost old.
Almost old.
Yeah, almost.
But anybody out there, I want to ask anybody a question out there. What do you think average is? Anybody listening to us, define what average is to you. Anybody, just type it in, because we really have to define it, because a lot of people don't even think they're average.
Right.
Yeah,
I was just about to say.
you know what though, Ken? It's simple, man. It comes down to simple vocabulary. And when you think of average and synonymous with ordinary, and you said it takes effort to, hate average, to not be complacent, and to be above average. And if you look at the other word that goes with that, is extraordinary. Mm-hmm. There's only one thing that separates those two words, the word extra in front of it. Wow. So the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is extra. Period. If you're not willing to do extra, if you don't look in your life and say, am I doing extra? You're average. I'll answer it for you. Look, whoever types in, I'm answering it for you right now. Look at your life. Look at somewhere where you want to succeed. If you're not doing extra every single day, if you're not willing to give 10 times the effort for what it is you want, what it is you desire, what it is you dream of, then you're average. Like, you need to understand that. And until you're willing to put in 10 times that effort and stop underestimating the amount of effort that it takes, then you're going to be average. You're going to be staying stuck in the rat race. That's 100%.
It. And the truth is, if you don't see anything wrong with being average, you're going to always be average. Mm-hmm. If you don't see anything wrong with being average, you will always be average. And there's nothing wrong with that, actually, to the person who feels that way. It's just something wrong with it to people who don't feel that way. Yeah. Right. And that's all it is. So I just feel like if somebody listening to us today, y'all, even with us, think about this. I got to say this. We're trying to build this company. We're building this company. And the truth is a lot of people can look at us and they're saying we grind it every single day. We make videos every day. We do podcasts. Now we're doing live podcasts. But all the while we're evolving. We're getting more fans, more people subscribing. But we have decided that no matter where we start, I think Latrell said from the bottom to the top to the bottom.
That's right.
And what it is we made a decision. We made a decision that was powerful, because we said, you know what? We might start right here. Yeah. Some people, but it doesn't matter. But the process, people hate the process, because the process doesn't feel good. It makes you uncomfortable. It hurts some.
And that's why people are willing to stay right where they are, just because of the process.
They are.
Because of the process.
They are.
Like, even just the other day, so my uncle, he called me. That's my mom's oldest brother, so just think of the seniority of it. And he called me and he asked me, so what's different? He's like, it's been a year since you graduated. What's different from last year to this year? What's changed? And I was like, first I started going back and forth with him, to be honest, because I was like, well, I mean, we as a company, results, we're doing good. We're nowhere where we were last year. We got an amazing process. We're putting in systems. We're doing this, that. He was like, where are you? He was like, I ain't asked about results. Like, I didn't ask about Ken and Lynch. He was like, where are you from last year to this year?
Wow.
And, even like talks we had this morning, like with Rob and Alice, like shout out to y'all for watching. That hit me in a whole other way, because I'm thinking I'm stuck in a rat race right now.
Wow.
Because I still see my life beyond this, but even though right now this is the biggest stress, I'm allowing it to literally just be the only thing I see right now. You see what I mean? Compared to doing the other things that are going to take me to my other places, for my business, for my legacy, what I want to leave my kids, my great-grandkids, et cetera, right? So I feel like I'm stuck. So I'm checking myself with this joint too. And that's where.
Well, let me ask you this. So, and that's very interesting you would say that, but why do you think you're stuck? Now, no. How do you define stuck, though? Because you said, I think I'm stuck. You said, I think. You used the word, I think I'm stuck.
I did.
Okay.
I did.
And that's why I'm saying, so what do you define as stuck? And you also said, I'm in the rat race. Because being in the rat race means you're doing the exact same thing over and over again. You're on the wheel over and over again. So 2 questions I have for you. One, how do you know you're being stuck, or what makes you feel like you're being stuck? And the second thing is, what things are you doing over and over again that makes you feel like you're in the rat race?
Okay, well, what makes me feel like I'm stuck is the fact that when he asked me, I couldn't come up with how Taylor was different this year compared to last year.
Wow.
This time. You see what I'm saying? Because it's funny you mentioned my car accident. After my car accident, before that, I was evolving. Like, I had done a great thing. I did a little test of myself, and I was like, yo, I'm not having sex no more. I'm not smoking no more. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. And I did it for like a good 3 months after I graduated. Got into the accident, started everything back up like it wasn't even a bad habit. Like, like it was my habit. So to me, because I was willing to evolve before, had a couple of bad things happen to me in the meantime, so that just forced me back on my regular habits. I feel like I didn't evolve from that point. I just went back to old habits.
So I got one question for you.
Go.
I got one question for you that'll tell you whether you are where you were before. Tell me how you thought last year versus how you think this year. That'll tell me the whole story. So tell me.
Okay, so last year, I guess my thoughts were geared towards, oh wow, you're gonna make me think. I guess my thoughts were geared more towards, it was just focused on the one thing of graduating. In order for me to graduate, I had to focus. So as soon as I got unfocused.
But see, Taylor, look at you got to look deeper than that. Because here's what happened. When last year, you thought on a certain plane.
Yeah.
Even our conversation this year is on a whole nother plane about what's possible in your life. Yeah. See, don't look at what's going on day to day. Because you're looking at day to day because you're thinking, well, a lot of people out there, they base it on where they think they should be or they think they should be. Okay, a year from now, I'm going to be in this place. But here's what I tell you. What's going to happen is you're going to walk into the place, but your mind has to get there before you ever get there.
Right.
And the way, even what you're thinking about and talking about now, what you're doing as far as us creatively now is so much different than what you did a year ago.
Yeah, but... Okay.
Here's the thing, real quick. Go ahead. It's important to make the greatest pull on your life come from the future. All right. So many people let the past pull them back, let the past hold them back. You're letting a car accident pull you back. Yeah. Listen, you don't. Your dreams and your goals should be the pull to pull you out of today. We're only into like successful people are only in today because they have to be today. Yeah. Like I'm already in like next year. The rest of the world got to catch up. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you were in next year about the work that you were doing right now, then you would feel totally different. Right. But you're in today. So you don't even feel like you're not even in next month when we release our online product. That should give you a whole different type of feel about, dang, when we release our product, we're going to be making thousands of dollars or more a month. That means my salary is going to go up there. That's going to be more than anybody would have paid me coming out of college, coming out just now. But all I had to do was put work in for 1 year straight. Dang, it came that fast. Boom. But you still thinking about today because you had it in the videos.
And that's great. And that's real talk. And that's real talk. I like what you said, man. The future pulls you out of today.
Yeah, and listen, if the dream is strong enough, listen, all y'all out there, if your dream is strong enough, if your goal is big enough, if it's strong enough, then it will act as a magnet. Listen to what I'm telling you. I want you to hit the like button on this one. If it's strong enough, if it have a pull on you so hard that you're going to make something out of nothing.
That's good.
Pay attention to what I'm saying right here, because that when you lock in on that dream, when you hone in on that, then all you got to do is put it in now, because you're going to make something out of nothing. Ken, I'm telling you, they got to understand this.
Alex says something. He said stuck would also include you losing a sense of direction. Right. It literally gives you a sense of loneliness and doubt. Do you feel like that's? Do you feel like that's?
Here's the thing. You got. Pay attention too. Pay attention, because ain't nothing wrong with loneliness.
Nothing wrong with loneliness.
Ain't nothing wrong with loneliness. Matter of fact, when God chooses you, He makes you become alone. He puts you alone. He puts you in a state of isolation. Yeah. Huh? But a lot of us out here, we scared. God's choosing you for something, right? Yeah. And you don't want to be alone. Yeah. That's when you get rid of the distractions. Mm-hmm. Listen to what I'm telling you. And then you can hear His voice. Then you can hear him speak to you. And when you hear him speak to you clear and tell you what direction to go in, my son, my daughter, listen to what he tells you, my child, this is what he tells you to go.
Yeah.
But you can't do that when you don't want to be alone. When
That's
you want to
true.
hit when you want to turn on this thing and scroll down your timeline. You can't never feel that. You can't never hear that. You can't never become that.
That's true. We're in a society of people who want dopamine fixes.
That's right.
They want dopamine fixes. So what happens is I keep looking at my timeline to see who likes me, who likes what I said. I keep looking at it on social. How many new friends did I offer? But at the end of the day, God is saying, here's what you need to do. I'm going to isolate you so that you can become the person, the man or woman that you were destined to be.
That's right.
Taylor, what God has done for you, because you're going to be a mogul. You're already a mogul. You just have to walk into that. And what happens, he's isolated you. Your friends don't think like you. He put you around two guys that are married to show you what married men look like. He also put you around two moguls who now you know what they think like. So when you go back in your generation and you begin to teach them and pull them out of their present, but you will have gone through the process, because God never promotes who he hasn't prepared. I will say that again, and it's not mine. Bishop Otis Lockett taught me this years ago. He said, God will never promote Canyon who he hasn't prepared. Don't despise the process.
That's good.
So anybody, when you're in it, when you're in this, when you feel isolated, when you feel stuck, that's a part of the process.
It's a part of the process.
Accept that.
Yes.
Accept it.
And you know what, Ken? You know, you always talk about the subconscious mind. You talk about the image. You talk about the picture that we have to have. And you know, a lot of people that are stuck, they don't have the mental image or the picture of what it looks like on the other side.
That's true.
And
that's true.
I did a speech the other day at the gym, and you know, I used Psalms 23:4, and I said, you know, yea, will I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, right? I'll fear no evil. So, you know, I asked the people in the gym, I said, you know, what do you think made it possible for you to believe that you could walk through the valley in the shadow of death? You know, with death all around you, with darkness around you, with confusion around you, with, you know, with all this stuff around you. What do you think made it possible? And I told them that it was because you had a picture of what the valley looked like on the other side. You had a picture of what heaven looked like on the other side, and you knew that the Creator was waiting right there for you to give you all your rightful inheritance.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So all I got to do is, yo, you with me? Because he said, look, I shall fear no evil, right? I shall fear no evil, right? and look, once you make it through, he giving you everything that you deserve. But you gotta have a picture, kid. They gotta get the picture. They gotta get the picture, and the picture is the same as you envisioning your goal.
That's all it is.
That's all it is. You having a goal, you having a dream, you having a desire that is so strong that it pulls you through the valley.
You know what?
Go ahead, go.
Now I was gonna say, Marcus said something real powerful. He said God isolated Abraham to elevate him. God isolating you to elevate you. But you're looking at, don't look at your behavior. Because what you're doing is the enemy want to keep you back, saying, okay, you did this a year ago. You ain't going. Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to get a moment of transparency. When me and my wife was dating, straight up, before I ever became a faithful man in my marriage, when I was single, I did so much dirt, and people would tell her, he ain't gonna never marry you, he ain't gonna never change.
Right.
You know what? But I saw down the road, I said, I could be a man who could be faithful. All right? I've been married 15 years. I ain't worried about nothing, being with another woman, because I got what I wanted. So if the enemy will always try to take you back and make you think about the stuff you do, forget all that. At the end of the day, that's part of the process too. Because God, he works with us through the process. I'm gonna tell you one quick thing. There's something so powerful. God gave us imagination. You know why God gave us imagination? So that we could see ourselves how he sees us.
That's good.
That's why God gave us imagination. Because if you never had it, if he never gave us imagination, we would never be able to see the things that he sees in us. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why when you read all the books, you sit, man, you know, I can speak, I can begin to, now you influence the lives all over the country. You know, same with me. And so same with you, Taylor. You're a mogul. God got you isolated right now so he can prepare you.
That's good.
Real talk. All right. This is good stuff, man. Good interaction. You got
somebody said something out there.
Last one. Okay.
Yeah, the past is a place of reference, not a place of residence.
Ooh.
Rob, that's real good.
Hey, Rob, I see. I'm gonna tell you something, Rob.
Real good.
I see your growth. I see it. I said, and I just want you to just keep on your path, man. Obstacles are going to come, but that's just a part of the process. Yeah. All of us have to experience them. How you navigate them is going to help. Is going to determine the man you're going to become. Keep doing what
how you respond to them.
How you respond.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that.
How you respond. And while I'm on that word, look, responsibility. We've been talking about that all day. Rob, Alex, Alan, we've been talking about it. We talk about responsibility. Remember, it's your ability to respond. All right. What makes you a man is not because you're over 21. Right. What makes you a man is your ability to respond to things. That makes you responsible. All right. So sometimes you may respond to something immature, then you're not responding in like a man would respond in a responsible manner. So I want you to understand that every time you get into something, every time something comes up and you figure out, what should I do? What should I do? I want you to look. I want you to be responsible with it. All right, be responsible with your talents and your gifts. We talked about that earlier, y'all. Mm-hmm.
Give him the third one.
I think I touched on the third one. Yeah, I did. But
I know, but you gave it out of order. I just want, yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, the third one is complacency kills the will to build.
I just want you to say that.
Yeah.
I just want you to say that. I just want you to say it. That's all. I like that. I like that, baby. That right there. That might be one of the most profound things you said this year. You said a lot of stuff. That right there.
I don't know, the last couple of days, you be like, yo, you said something.
And I
pulled out the stylist today.
Let me tell you something. You can learn. You better be always trying to learn. Listen. So if you say something and I say, wow, that can help me, I know it can help somebody else.
Right.
I said one today. What was it? I said one today.
You said a few today.
Something. You pulled the stylist out.
I pulled the stylist.
We was back talking.
I can't say that right now because what we're going to do next. They're going to see it.
Gotcha.
Okay.
They're going to see it. I can't say it right here. You're going to see the video. You're going to see the video.
Yeah.
All right. It's still connected, y'all.
Okay,
I told you I think it's still connected.
Sorry, y'all.
All right, let's give us some parting thoughts. Let's parting thoughts, and we're gonna break out. I just want to say this. My parting thought is simply this. There are many of you out there who have something inside of you that you want to do. It's the thing you think about when you're driving by yourself. It's the thing that you can't shake. It's the thing that no matter what you do in your life, it keeps coming back to you. That's your divine connection. There's something you were born to do. And it doesn't mean that everything you do is going to be successful, but everything you do, be it successful or not, is a part of your future and a part of your growth. All right? So all I got to say is this. Don't worry about, start hating being average. And take the effort. Do what it takes to find out what you're capable of, what's possible in your own life.
Yeah. You're talking about, I appreciate y'all. I needed this one. I needed this one too.
Who's that?
I needed this one too.
Taylor, that's our girl.
Onisha. I want to say your name wrong.
Onisha.
And Fredo.
Fredo.
Oh, sorry,
Fredo.
I met Fredo.
I ain't need no Fredo. Otis, what up, Otis?
My bad.
But
no, I needed this one too.
Yeah,
so you go ahead and wrap it up, Lynch.
Oh man, look, I just want you to listen. I want you to never be complacent with where you're at. Never get stuck where you're at. I mean, it's going to happen sometimes, but you got to regroup and you got to refocus. You got to continue to set new goals. And I say this stuff all the time. Like only 5% of society writes down their goals, but that 5% of society is more successful than the other 95% combined. Like, just think about where you fall if you don't have any goals. Ken talked about imagination, man, and I always say imagination is the preview to life's coming attractions. You know what I mean? If you can think it, man, then you can be it, man. If you can conceive the thought, then you can have it, you can achieve it, you can do anything that you possibly want. Like, the reason why I'm always on the go and always on the grind is because my dream changes daily. And I wake up and I chase, like, I'm like king dream chaser, man. You understand what I'm saying? Like every single day, my joint changed. So every single day, I got to do more. And what I did yesterday is not going to be enough for me to achieve what I'm trying to achieve today. And what I did last year is not going to be enough for me to achieve what I'm trying to do this year. So you got to step it up another level. It's always another level. The dream is always changed. You got to keep going. You can't be stuck and create your own lane. You got to do your own thing. You got to do your own thing. If not, you're going to be building somebody else's dream. And you're going to be happy with being stuck in the rat race. You're being stuck in traffic.
Stuck in traffic. All right, that's it. And we out. Hold on, let me see. Anybody got to say? Kia said this message was right on time.
What's up, kid?
I'm leaving home and my comfort zone for 2 months. Okay.
We gotta go.
Let's go to work.
On time.
Look, you better go check out some places, apartments, and whatever it is you got to do. And hit me back and let me know. At least I went and seen 4 or 5 of them. Get that ball rolling. You know what I mean?
Let's go to work.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, we'll see y'all in the next one.
See y'all in the next one.
Yep.
Mind over matter. Get the mind over
I was
matter.
about to say,
Get the mind over matter.
What's the name of the podcast? Mind over matter. Listen, if you
Avoid
don't
the
mind
rat race.
and avoiding the rat race and getting your own lane and not being complacent, just ain't gonna matter.
That's what I'm talking
All
about.
right? I see y'all in the next
on the
results
next
with a Z. Look, everybody got the results shit on. Hey,
Z.
hit us up. You want one of the joints with the cut up Z, with the ripped up Z. You know what I'm saying?
See y'all.
See y'all in the next one.
Mind, you change your life. Change your life. You gotta go through it to grow through it. Mind over matter. Be clear.